e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6, knight f3, knight takes e4, knight c3, knight takes, d takes knight c3, d6, knight takes e5, queen e7, bishop takes f7 check, king d8, white castles king side, queen takes knight e5, rook f1, queen f6, rook e8 check, king d7, queen g4 check, king c6, bishop d5 check, king takes, queen e4 check, king c5, bishop e3 check, king b5, a4 check, king to a6, queen c4 check, b5, queen takes b5 checkmate. Number 2. e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6, d4, e takes d4, knight f3, knight takes e4, queen takes d4, knight d6, white castles king side, knight takes bishop c4, rook e1 check, bishop e7, queen takes g7, rook f8, bishop h6, d6, queen takes rook f8 check, king d7, queen takes f7, knight b6, queen f5 check, king e8, queen takes h7, knight d7, queen g6 checkmate. Number 3. e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6, d3, bishop c5, knight c3, knight c6, f4, d6, knight f3, knight g4, knight g5, knight f2, threatening queen and rook, queen h5, g6, bishop takes f7 check, king e7, knight d5 check, king d7, bishop e6 check, king e8, queen h6, black takes bishop e6, knight takes, queen d7, knight f6 check, king e7, queen g7 check, king takes knight e6, f5 check, g takes f5, e takes f5 check, king takes, g4 check, knight takes, queen takes knight g4 check, king takes knight f6, rook f1 check, king e7, bishop g5 check, king e8, queen h5 check, queen f7, white takes queen f7 checkmate. Number 4. e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6, d3, bishop c5, knight c3, knight c6, knight f3, d6, white castles king side, black castles king side, bishop g5, h6, bishop h4, bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, g4, bishop g6, knight d5, h5, queen d2, h takes g4, white takes knight f6 check, g takes knight f6, queen h6, g takes knight f3, queen takes bishop g6 check, king h8, queen h6 check, king g8, king h1, knight e7, rook g1 check, knight g6, rook takes knight g6 checkmate. Number 5. e4, e5, bishop c4, Knight f6. Knight c3. Bishop c5. d3. d6. f4. Knight g4. f5. Knight f2, threatening queen and rook. Queen h5. Black castles kingside. Bishop g5. Queen e8. Knight d5. Knight takes rook h1. Knight f6 check. G takes knight f6. Bishop takes f6. Bishop e3. Queen g4 check. Bishop g5. Queen takes bishop g5 checkmate. Follow